Our next guest says, quote, Amazon is in clear third place when it comes to the AI cloud behind Microsoft and Google. Gene Munster, tech investor and Deepwater Asset Management managing partner, joins us now, covers all the Mag 7 stocks. If nothing else, I guess, Gene, it's just a sign of the times, right? Does it move the needle for you one way or the other that Amazon joins the Dow?
No, it's a sign of the times, as you said. It's a nice, prestigious identity for them to be a part of the Dow. But again, the punch power of the benchmarking power of being added to the Dow is 1/100th of what it is being added to the S&P 500, which, of course, Amazon did that in 2005. So nice accomplishment for Amazon. Doesn't change the central question related to Amazon and its place with Mag 7 in the next year, which is what are they doing in AI?
What are they doing in AI? Why do you say that they're number 3?
So 3 is being generous. I may even shift it to 4 or 5. But at the bottom line is that if you look at kind of the top 3, OpenAI obviously has leadership. Google has been slow to innovate. We do own Google. We're frustrated with their pace of innovation, but believe their data is in a great place. And then you ask the question about the key data. That is really what's going to kind of form those next 4 foundation models. And when it comes to Amazon, their data is good around commerce, but their partner, Anthropic, has, in our opinion, the weakest of those foundation models. We use these models. It is a tepid model, and I think that is something that is going to hamstring what they're doing in AI. And separately, if you look at what they also have a partnership Anthropic does with Google. And so when it comes to AI, Amazon just simply doesn't have the partnerships and the data to really elevate them. And then separately, if you look at AWS, which is obviously one avenue where they can capitalize on on AI, is that part of their business has become less important. They grew at 13% in the December quarter, well behind Azure at 26 and Microsoft at 30. They're losing share in cloud. And so from our perspective is that AWS here is, and their AI initiatives are good. They're not great. This is a good stock. It's not going to be a great stock.
I wanted to come back to Alphabet for a moment because you did say, Gene, that you're somewhat frustrated. You're not alone. I talked to a number of investors who wonder about the ability of the company to defend its monopoly in search and the pace of urgency, or the lack, I should say, of urgency they seem to be showing at Alphabet. Are you concerned longer term? Unlike a Meta or an NVIDIA, for example, it's not led by a founder. There isn't that sort of driving force at the top.
Yeah, if you're an odds maker, I think you have to still put Google as a major beneficiary here. So I want to put that concern into perspective. If 3, 4, 6 months ago when we were waiting for Gemini, that concern would have been 20% concern. Now it's 40%. And we just continue to be surprised at how slow they are innovating. They do not want to make a mistake. And when it comes to AI, these 10 blue links used by 2 billion people a day. They just don't want to disrupt that. Doug Clinton from Deepwater put a great post out over the weekend. Is Google dead? And we're Google investors, and we are asking that question. So, David, the concern is rising. They need to do something and push these models in the next 3 to 6 months.